3 tips to increase your closing rate. Let's jump right in. Very first and foremost, you have to figure out the pain point. If you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me preach on this before, but the pain point is not that they don't have your service, right? We do gutters. The pain point is not that they don't have gutters. The pain point is that they don't have gutters, and that causes water to get in their basement and causes damage to their grandfather's treasure chest that he's had from his great grandfather and whatever else, right? Or the pain point is that every time it rains, because they don't have gutters, it washes out all their landscaping, and the husband has to spend the whole weekend helping his wife replant and remulch and all this stuff because she loves all of her flowers and it irritates him and he'd rather be watching the game or whatever else, right? The pain point is never that they don't have your product, all right? Never. It is never that. You need to dig, you need to figure out what the true pain point is. Maybe the pain point is they already have existing gutters, but the last contractor sucked, and so now their pain point is that they can't get a hold of this other guy, and this other guy can't show up and fix it, and they paid all this money for these gutters, and it just sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh man, so when these gutters aren't working, what's that causing? Well, it washes out my landscaping still. Oh my goodness, so that sucks. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. So now, throughout your presentation, you say, when we fix this, it's not gonna wash out your landscaping anymore. You're my savior. Thank you so much, Colin, right? You just gotta be able to figure out what that is. You might say, well, Colin, my pain point, I'm a plumber. Like, there's no pain point. I promise you, there are a lot of pain points if somebody is calling a plumber, right? I can't use my toilet. I have to go outside and wipe with leaves. That sucks, right? I wiped with poison ivy the other day. Oh my goodness gracious, that sucks. It's been the worst thing ever, right? Like, there's a million things. I don't have hot water. I hate taking cold showers. I'm not a cold plunge guy, blah, 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 blah. Like, these are emergencies. These are pain points, all right? Well, Colin, I'm an electrician. There's no pain points for that. Oh, really? There's no pain points for electricians? Hey, yeah, when I wake up in the morning, I can't flip the light on to make my coffee. I have to use my phone light, and it irritates me, and I always spill something, and then my wife wakes up, and there's stuff left on the counter because I couldn't see it with my flashlight light, and then she's getting mad at me, and then I don't get laid, and blah, 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 right? You can see how this can spiral out of control, and you might be like, Colin, nobody's ever gonna say that as a customer. Right. Unless you ask the right questions. If you ask the right questions, this will work every single time. You have to dig, all right? Oh man, so you can't turn the light on in here? That stinks. How does that impede you? Why not just live without it? Well, I mean, I go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, dude. Like, I like to turn the light on in the kitchen when I work. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, why do you need the light on in the kitchen? What's, like, you making coffee or something like that? Yeah, I gotta make my lunch, I gotta do all this. It literally takes me like 5 minutes longer. Oh, dude, 5 minutes that you could have been sleeping. Right, I know, that's exactly what I'm saying. It sucks. Boom, you just figured it out. You'd rather spend 5 extra minutes sleeping rather than being 5 minutes late for work or whatever else, all right? So you figured out the pain point. Colin, I do pressure washing. There's no pain points with that, I promise you, all right? You ask the right questions, there are pain points, all right? So that's number one. You have to figure out the pain point. You cannot sell without a pain point. Sales rep calls me and says, hey, I'm presenting this thing. Mrs. Smith isn't interested in buying right now, blah, 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 blah. But she would be if we could do it for this much. Well, what's her pain point? And if they don't have an answer for me, I'm sorry, dude, you don't have near enough data for us to even negotiate. She's not gonna buy based on price. People don't buy based on price. They buy based on you solving their problem. That's it. You have not figured out her problem. Figure it out. That's it. That's how it goes, all right? They must figure out the pain point every single time, or I can promise you it's not gonna be a closed deal. Plain and simple, all right? So, number one, figure out the pain point. Number two, you have to get to the kitchen table. I don't care what you sell, you have to get to the kitchen table. I don't care how good the guys on Instagram are at selling their door knocking stuff, and you know, normally it's $400, but for today I'll do it for $100. Like, you're not selling, you're super discounting. That's not sales, all right? Sure, you might have some good lines to get the customer to entertain you for a few minutes, but when you are dropping your pants like that, that's not sales, all right? Sorry, there's a lot of window washers out there. I just saw a bug pest or a bug spraying company. He's like, normally the first visit's $400, but for today I can do it for 100 smackaroos. And I was like, what an idiot. Like, you just spent a minute of this guy's time pitching him on all this great stuff that he's gonna get with doing business with you. But now you're gonna discount it by 75%? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna do 25% of the actual work? Like, how on earth why are you offering it for 400, but you'll do it for 100? Like, what kind of margin's in this? You know what they're gonna do? The guy was like, and it's only $55 a month after. First words out of the customer's mouth are, well, could you do it for 25 bucks a month? You just unlocked that, all right? By saying 400 down to 100, now he's gonna be like, oh, there's room to negotiate this. All right, 55 down to 25 bucks a month? Okay, let's do it. That's it. You literally just let the customer win. You didn't sell anything, all right? And this all happened at the front door. Okay, and that's the biggest point of point number 2. You have to get to the kitchen table. People do not make large buying decisions standing at their front door. They just don't do it. Even the Kirby vacuum salesperson gets into the house, all right? So why are you not getting the, what's the new one? The rainbow vacuum? I think that's the new one, right? Something like, or the rainbow air purifier or something weird like that. I don't know. Anyways, even they get into the house and they get to show you it, all right? So why aren't you getting into the house? I don't care what you're selling. If it's $500, if it's $50,000, if it's $500,000, all right? Get to the closing table, all right? That's it. Think about it. When people buy a car, it doesn't matter if it's a $5,000 car or a $50,000 car. They're doing the deal across from a table. If someone's buying a home, whether it's a $30,000 home or a $3 million home, they're sitting at a closing table. That's how it goes, all right? So why would we not do this? You look at the biggest companies in the home service space, they are closing at the kitchen table, plain and simple, all right? That's it, get to the kitchen table. That's where people make buying decisions, all right? So recap, first, we have to figure out the pain point. 2, we have to get to the kitchen table. 3, we have to physically show them the value, but also physically show them the products, all right? So we're gonna put number 3 as physically show them, all right? Now you might say, Colin, how do I show them the value? I just left a mastermind where I spent 2 days with a bunch of other gutter guys. And everybody was talking about, you gotta sell the value, sell the value, sell the value. And I kept saying, how do you do that? How do you guys show them the value? And all I got was a bunch of words. Literally everybody said, oh, I just tell them this, I tell them this, I tell them this, I tell them this, I tell them this. I'm like, that's not showing them anything. How does that show them anything? You're just telling them something. You're a noisy gong. Why would they believe you? You need to write it down. They need to physically see it. That's why we do the value stack, all right? We literally value stack every single job. It is normal for a customer to take a $5,000 gutter job and value it at $30,000 to $40,000. All right, their values, not mine. We don't just show up and say, this is the value, this is the value, this is the value. No, we actually get them engaged in it, and we get them to give us values on our warranties and our guarantees and whatever else, all right? We've got like 11 different value propositions, all right? And they give us values everywhere from, some of them are $100, some of them are $20,000, all right? In gutters, we'll call what's called the foundation protection system. All right, there's a few companies in this area that show up and help waterproof your basement. Now, what they do is they show up, they encapsulate it, they have to do a bunch of excavation on the outside. It's a lot of work, all right? And on a home like yours, that's usually a $20,000 to $25,000 bill. Now, they're gonna do all this, but then they're also gonna tell you, you still need to get gutters, all right? Now, a lot of times, what they're doing can completely be eradicated with just the gutters, all right? So we're here today to provide you just the gutters, but it could save you from having to have your foundation completely redone and completely encapsulated. That's a $20,000 to $25,000 value. Would you agree with that, Mrs. Customer? Yeah, oh my goodness, yes. Actually, I had them out last year. You did? Well, what was their price? It was actually $27,000. Oh my goodness, did that include gutters? No, they told me I still would have to get gutters. That's why I called you guys. That makes sense, right? Boom. So we'll put a $27,000 value on there then. Yep. Guess what? If my gutter system's $7,000, that's a huge difference already, right? Then we have 10 other value propositions. Physically show them the value. If you're not doing this, if you're just saying it It's in one ear, out the other ear. I promise you. Try it with your spouse. Try it with your best friend. If you just physically write something down, I promise they value it way more than you just saying it. They will remember it way more than you just saying it. It's the way the world works. It's literal psychology. If you don't believe me, read the book Psycho-Cybernetics, all right? It'll blow your mind. Physically show them the value, but also physically show them the products. It blows my mind how many people show up and never show the customer what they're buying. Never get the customer to touch and feel whatever they're buying. What's the first thing that a car salesman does when you show up on the lot? They try to get you to drive a car because they know if you drive it, you will fall in love with it because it's better than the car you're driving now. It might not be the best car out there, but it's better than the one you're driving now, and it's clean and it's smooth, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I need this. This just feels so good. And then you buy on emotion. Every single buying decision is an emotional decision. All right, so get that out of your head. I don't care if you're dealing with engineers or architects or whoever, right? It is an emotional decision. Every single buying decision is an emotional decision. So we have to play on that. We have to get the customers touching, feeling, seeing our products. If you are showing up without any products, I don't care if you're an electrician and you show up and you got light switches, right? Or you got outlets. I promise you will be the only electrician showing up and putting those outlets or those light switches in their hands. The only one. I've mentored a lot of pressure washers in my years of coaching, and one of my favorite ones, he would actually show up with a little demo kit, and he would show the customer a little sample on the side of their house. This is how it works. This is how we do it. Boom, 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 boom. And he closed like his average ticket. Back then, the industry average was like $400 to $600 back then. This was, I don't know, probably 5 years ago. So like during COVID times. And his average ticket was like $1,500 to $2,000, somewhere in that realm. And he closed 50% of his jobs at that, right? And it's because he physically showed them the process, showed them how it worked. And so many of the other pressure washers were like, there's no way, I can't do that. Like, what do you mean you can't do it? Like, it's a couple spray bottles, dude. That's it. That's all it takes. Physically show them. You do window cleaning, clean a window. Show them how good it is. This is the process. This is how it works. Boom, 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 boom. All right, you do gutters, have your products. You do roofing, have your products. You do windows, have your products. Like, you have to show the customer what they're buying and set that expectation. If you're not showing them the products that they're buying, like you will have problems, I promise you, because they will expect something different than what you're actually telling them. Whether that's because the last guy showed them something cool and they thought you were comparing apples to apples or whatever else, all right? You need to get your customers' hands on your stuff, all right? So physically show them is number 3. Physically show them the value and your products. All right, so if we do all 3 of these things, find their actual pain point, get to the kitchen table and physically show them the value and the products, I promise you will increase that closing rate, and you could probably even double your prices and still increase that closing rate. Hope this helped y'all. Kick some butt.